Okay, for review this time I have the CHGeek CH01 USB card charger and emergency device. So what is this? Well, basically I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, then I'm going to list the specs to you, then I'm going to show it to you closer up so you can get a better look at the whole thing and the various ports and things. Then at the end I'll give you the price and also if I recommend it or not. Okay, this is a USB card charger. And you've probably seen devices like this before. And I've reviewed ones like this before, but not quite like this. This plugs into what you probably call the cigarette lighter port in the car. I'm sure you know what that is. You can probably see from the picture here what it looks like. There is that slot where you slot in. It used to be used for a electronic cigarette lighter. You'd plug that in and then take it out, and the end would be hot, and you'd light your cigarette with it, or at least you would if you're a smoker, which I'm not. But a lot of uses these days, especially if you're not a smoker, is to put things like this into that slot. And what that allows you to do is power various things. In this case, it powers a little device which has two USB ports on it for charging your various other products, such as your smartphone or your tablet on the go, which is really, really handy. But what makes this one, before I list all the specs, what makes this one stand out from the others? Well, it's called a safety car charger, not just a USB car charger. That is because it's designed not just so you slot it in the car charger and just leave it, although you can. It's used, it's there as a little safety device in a case of an emergency. So hopefully you won't need to use it, but it's good to have this instead of just having a regular plastic normal USB car charger in your car. It's handy to have this in case you need it because it serves two purposes other than as a car charger. You can either use the tip of it, and I'll show you what tip in a minute, which bit, to smash the window so you can escape. So if your car crashes and you need to get out and you can't get out, you can't open the car door, or the car maybe is on fire or whatever, you can use this to smash a window. Now I'd like to point out, it says in the manual, do not try using this on the front windscreen or the back windscreen because they are too tough, you won't be able to crack it. But these are to be used on the window of the doors, the car door windows. You can smash it and escape, which is really handy. Or if you are in a crash and maybe you can get out, maybe you can open the door, but you have your seatbelt stuck on, it won't come off, which can happen quite a lot in car accidents. You can use the tip here, and I'll show you closer up, as a cutter to cut your seatbelt off. So they can actually have quite a lot of uses because maybe both could happen. Maybe you can't get out of the car because you can't open the door and your seatbelt stuck on, so you could cut your seatbelt off then smash the window with this. Whereas if you have a regular plastic one, it's not going to serve that purpose. It's just going to charge your devices. Whereas this, you're going to mostly be using it to charge your devices, but then in the case of emergency, you have one of these things, a hammer to smash a window and a seatbelt cutter right there, easy to grab up at a moment's notice. I really, really recommend this. And I'm not going to be using my other car chargers now. This is the one I'm going to make sure stays permanently in the car, so it's never going to be forgotten and it can be grabbed in case of an emergency. So it has that unique design with a stainless steel cutter and hammer. It's made of pure aluminium zinc, so it's smooth, but yet it's very strong, which it of course needs to be strong to break windows. And it's also anti-corrosion, so it's made of pure aluminium zinc, which is not just smooth and strong, but also it serves as being anti-corrosion, so it won't corrode over time, or it shouldn't do. It has a bilateral spring design, so it won't fall out. So if you're worried about this being weak in the port of your car and dropping out while it's charging and not charging your device or whatever, don't worry. It's designed so it will stay in the port, the electric charging port of your car nice and easily. It will slide in nice and easy, fit really well, fit snugly, and it won't drop out. Because of the type of spring design they've used, it won't fall out. Some might fall out. I haven't really had a problem with that on other ones, to be fair, but it could happen with cheaper or lesser car chargers, but this does hold in very, very well. Both ports are Qualcomm Quick Charge 2.0 ports. Now what is that? I'll just briefly go over what that is in case you don't know. There is something called Quick Charge 2.0 or 3.0. This isn't 3.0, but it's still very good. It's the 2.0 and 3.0. A lot of devices don't use that yet anyway because it's fairly new. Quick Charge 2.0 is a way of charging devices really fast, much faster than regular USB ports. I wouldn't worry too much about that unless you have a device that you know is Qualcomm compatible, because you won't get that extra speed on phones or tablets or whatever unless they are made to be compatible with Qualcomm. Now that doesn't mean you can't use them on this. You can use any old phone or whatever, any old USB charged phone on this, but you won't get that extra boost, that extra speed unless the device is compatible with Qualcomm 2.0. But if you have something like that, if you have a Qualcomm 2 or 3.0 phone, then when you plug it into this, you'll get that extra faster speed and it will charge to 100% much quicker than on a standard USB port. And the interesting thing is, normally when you get a charger that has a Quick Charge 2 or 3.0 port, normally only one port will be Qualcomm. Normally you might say even have a USB wall charger you plug in to your home. It might have 6 or 8 ports, but normally only one or maybe a maximum of 2 out of all those loads of ports will be Quick Charge. Normally if you got something like this, like a car charger, you'd have one regular USB port and one Quick Charge. But on this one, both of the 2 ports, both of them are Quick Charge 2.0 compatible. That's why they've got the blue colour inside. Not because they're 3.0 or 3.1 USB. They are blue inside to show that they are Quick Charge. Whereas if they're Quick Charge 3.0, I believe that normally uses a red colour. Well, what are the charging speeds that this device is compatible with? Well, if you have Quick Charge 2.0 device, you'll get either, depending upon what the device is and what it needs, you'll get 5 volt 2.4 amp, 9 volt 2 amp, or 12 volt 1.5 amp. Or if you're plugging in a non-quick charge device, you'll get 5 volt at 2 amp. So it's still pretty good, because I like to look for chargers and USB cables that are at least 2 amp, preferably 2.1, 2.4. Well, if you're using quick charge, you'll go get that 2.4 amp. And if you're using a non-quick charge device, you still go get 2 amp. I wouldn't want a charger that was less than 2 amp, but this is 2 amp or up to 2.4 amp if you're using quick charge. Now what about worrying about this overheating or something and starting a fire, or having an overcurrent and overcharging your device and destroying your device when maybe you've left it charged, maybe you've left it plugged in for a long time? Don't worry, this has overheating protection, overcharging and overcurrent protection, and it will automatically turn off if it detects that it's starting to overheat, or if it's detecting that your device is starting to overcharge or get too much current. It will automatically shut itself off. Both are smart ports, so they do detect those sort of things and shut off and make sure things get just the right amount they need and not too much. It does come with a year of warranty, 12 months of warranty. And what do you get included before I show you this closer up? Inside the box is it itself, and it comes in gold or black. I like this gold. Normally I pick up products that are probably silver, but I actually like this gold. It's not too bright a gold. It doesn't look cheap gold. It doesn't look like a cheap designed one. Some things that gold can look a bit cheap and phony and horrible. This is kind of a darker, brownier gold, and it looks really, really nice. I actually really like the look of this gold model. So I would actually, if even after seeing this, if I had to then buy another one or something like that, I would pick that one over the black one. Although I haven't seen the black one in person to know, but I really do like that, and I think it's quite a unique look. Is there anything else included in the box? No, just this little basic manual, and that has a diagram showing you it's best not to try hit it in the window in the centre, because it's got to be a bit strong there. They show a diagram showing that it's best to start hitting the window around the edges first to weaken it. Do not use your hands to shatter the glass after it's cracked. So don't crack the window with this, then use your hands to push the rest of it out, because you could really badly cut yourself, maybe even cut an artery. So be careful if you do need to smash a window. They recommend that you get it really badly cracked with this, then kick it out with your feet. What does it weigh? Well, it does have a bit more of a weight to it than the other ones I've used, because they've been just sort of thin plastic. This is metal, stainless steel, and it has a little bit more of a weight. It's 90 grams, but it doesn't feel too heavy. It's still portable. It is compatible with cigarette lighter sockets in your car of 12 to 24 volt, and it's compatible with devices that use 5 volt, 500 milliamp to 2400 milliamp, such as the iPhone and Samsungs and Sonys and LGs and Blackberries, etc. You can also charge things like an iPad or a Kindle, or even a camera if you have a camera that charges via USB. I'm not sure where you can see that. It's just sort of a little diagram there in the manual showing you. It's got dual USB quick charge 2.0s up the top. Then you have the cutter on the left there at the top. Then you have blue LED. Then you have stainless steel points. It's all made of aluminium zinc. It has a strong alloy cone at the bottom for breaking the window with. Its top cone window punch, it's called, the bottom. And it will stay connected, it says, even on rugged roads because of its design, which is really, really good. It also, a part of that manual is the warranty card, so make sure you send off the warranty card. Hopefully I'm focused on this alright. It's a bit awkward because I'm behind the camera, holding it in front of the camera in my hand, trying to focus and tell you about it and point things out. And it's a little tricky here, but hopefully you can see that well enough. It actually seems a lot more premium than the ones I've used before, because they've been such lightweight, cheap kind of plastic feel to them. This one is aluminium, and it really, really does feel it. And it looks and feels it. It's really actually quite nice to have a metal one. I think it makes quite a difference, and it definitely seems much more premium. You have this gold colour. You can get it in black if you really don't like this, but I like it. Then a sort of a silver metal aluminium there down the bottom, and that looks quite nice. It seems to really go together, the two. Now let's have a look at the front. Here is the front with the two ports. It has the brand name at the top. Then next to each port it says QC2, just to tell you that they are quick charge 2. Then this here is this bit here. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm not sure where you can see this, but this bit here, it looks like a hook, almost like it's to hook it on your clothes or something like that. Well, this hook is actually the seatbelt cutter, and basically you would put your seatbelt in the middle here and like saw away at it. Let me just show you a bit of paper. Here, you put the seatbelt in here. You put your seatbelt in here like that and like saw away. So in this bit here, in between the main round body and this hook, there is a metal blade. So your seatbelt comes up through here like I showed you at paper, slot it in between, and then you saw away to saw your seatbelt off. Then down here, this is a bit that goes into the socket on your car. But this bit here at the bottom is where you break your window. So say this is a window, you would smash it, use the tip to smash the window. You use this side, you don't use this hook, you don't use the top bit here. This is not the bit you break the window with. This is the cutter for the seatbelt. This bit here at the bottom is the bit you smash your window with. So there, I hope you sort of had a good look at this. I don't know how well it's going to turn up, how well you can see it, because I'm doing this behind a camera, trying to reach around, and I don't know how well you can see it because I'm using a little 3-inch screen on the back of my camera, and it looks like a lot of things are too small, not in focus and stuff, but then when I see it big on the computer, it's absolutely fine. So I think you're going to be able to see this. I don't know that seeing it on camera like this is really going to do it justice, because it probably doesn't even really notice very much on camera. I don't know yet, but it might not notice that it is actually metal. But the whole thing is metal. It's metal, aluminium, zinc, and metal down here. It's just the center bit here is a little bit of plastic here where the ports are, like you'd expect. But the whole body here, right down to the tip, the whole thing is metal, including the cutter area here. It's metal, and I don't know how well the gold shows up, how well the colour shows up, but it is a kind of a dark gold, a kind of a brownish gold. It's not a really bright yellowy gold. It looks really, really nice, really, really stylish, and it has a bit of weight to it, and it definitely feels and looks like a premium item. So how much does it cost? Well, actually, I'm quite surprised by the price, because I've used loads of these things in the past, these car chargers, and they haven't had the safety features. They haven't had the belt cutter or the ability to smash the car window, and they haven't had that really good design to make them hold in place even on rugged roads. They've purely been a basic plastic car charger, and they've cost 10, 15, maybe more sometimes. Whereas this one is £12 in the UK or $13 in the US. So in the UK it's £11.99, and in the US, if you're watching from the United States, it is $12.99. So £12 or $13. And that is really good, because most of these I've had before have been around that price mark, around 10 to 15. Yet they haven't been as high quality or feature packed as this. Yes, they might have quick charge ports like this too, but they'll be made of plastic, and that's about it. They might have fast ports on it for charging, but that's it. They'll be pretty basic plastic. This is a aluminium design from top to bottom. It's designed to hold in well into the car charger, into the car socket, and it does. I've tried it and it holds really well. Also, it has the belt cutter and can break your car door windows to escape. So this is exactly the type of charger I want to be in my car, because you could always buy a separate product that can cut your belt, or a separate product like a special safety hammer that will break the window. But most of us don't go out of our way and buy those things. Maybe you do. Maybe you're watching this and you've already got those sort of things. I don't know. But the average user, the average car driver, does not have those various things. So if you get this, you will have something that perhaps you wouldn't normally buy. You'll have those safety items in case of an emergency. And these things can happen at any time to any of us. Yet you're primarily buying this to charge your devices on the go. So you're getting this to charge your devices. Yet if you leave it in your car, not necessarily in the socket, but just in the glove box or whatever, if you have it in the car, you know that not only have you got it there to charge your devices, but if something does happen, and hopefully it won't, but if it does, you've got a way of getting your seatbelt off if it gets jammed, or breaking the window and getting out before maybe you get burnt a lot, burnt or even completely burnt up, or it explodes or whatever. You can get out, you can break your window, rip your seatbelt off, and you've got it in case of emergencies. Maybe that'll never happen, maybe you'll never need the safety features of this, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So I think this is a real good deal. You get a high quality metal car charger that holds firmly into the port while having those safety features in case you need it. So I actually can't recommend this enough. I thought something like this would be more expensive, considering I've used plastic car chargers that only charge and that is it, that costs about £10. For around about the same price, you're getting one that's higher quality build. It's nice premium metal build with safety features that will be able to cut your seatbelt and break the window. This is something I thought might be about at least £20, maybe £30, because some of these devices can be ridiculous prices depending upon what company makes them and what they do, things like that. They can be very expensive, but this costs as much as a basic plastic car USB car charger, but with a lot more features and a lot more importance, if you want to describe it like that. So I really, really recommend it. It's a CHGeek. I think I'm saying the company name right. Maybe I'm saying it completely wrong. I don't know. But CHGeek, CH01 USB card charger with safety features. Thanks for watching. Please like and comment on this video, and if you could do me a huge favour and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as it just takes a few seconds and will help me out a lot. Also, if you're watching this as a review on the Amazon product page, please hit the yes this was helpful button along with this video. That will help me out a lot too. Thanks for watching.